So we're in Farnham. We've just had the William Cobbett Memorial Lecture delivered by Penny Young. I'm a journalist of 15 years. I've never heard of William Cobbett. Why would that be?
Well, maybe it's because you're ignorant, but also probably because largely Cobbett has been sidelined by the establishment and in history. You know, he's associated with a thing called rural rides, in which, you know, he ambles around on horseback and counts haystacks. And that's completely wrong, but it's a very convenient impression for the establishment to want to have of him.
And explain to me, the establishment wants that impression of him, but I mean, he's of sort of 250 years ago. Is William Cobbett relevant to today?
Yes, because in his time he challenged everything. He exposed corruption, scandals, dreadful laws, the suspension of the Habeas Corpus Act, and what the consequences would be. And actually, if you read Cobbett today, what he says is totally relevant to what is going on. The banking scandal, you know, the mess up in the voting system, which throws up such ridiculous numbers in power, all these sorts of things Cobbett was writing about, you know, a couple of 100 years ago.
And is there a William Cobbett in today's world that you would identify, or do we need a William Cobbett in today's world?
I don't think that there's a William Cobbett in today's world, and I'm worried that there can't be, because he was so impressive, he was totally independent, he didn't work for anybody, he wasn't in anybody's thrall, as it were, and also he had this marvellous, biting, satirical, funny writing style. And that's a really hard act to follow.
And if someone were to want to emulate William Cobbett, and presumably a good place to start would be for them to learn about him, where do we find out more about William Cobbett?
Well, there are excellent biographies, so you can look them up on the web. There's Spater, just key in Spater and Cobbett, Cole and Cobbett, Daniel Green and Cobbett. Have a look at Rural Rides. And I wrote a book, Two Cocks on the Dunghill, under the name of Twopenny Press, and that came up with new research about Cobbett's particular relationship with Henry Orator Hunt, who was famously the speaker at the Peterloo Massacre when the yeomanry galloped into the crowds in Manchester and killed and wounded. And I came up with the links between them, and all these biographers and my book, we can present the picture.
So, there we are. That's Penny Young, author of Two Cocks on the Dunghill, as you can see there. You can look up William Cobbett, obviously, on the internet. This is Patrick Chalmers, speaking for VisionOntv, signing off.